This is the male reproductive system. We're going to start with the outside of the testes. This is the scrotum, which is the skin around the testicle. Here's the testes. This model also shows, here's the testes with the scrotum outside skin surface. And this is also a testicle without the skin on the outside, the scrotum. So inside, if we do a cross-section of the testes, we can see little chambers, individual chambers. These are called lobules. So between this wall and this wall, this area is a lobule. The walls are called septums. So these lines are the septums dividing the lobules. And the red coiled structure you see inside of it is the seminiferous tubules. Now the outside and the inside of here is going to be the tunica albuginea. And that's the testes. Now this coiled structure hanging off of it is called the epididymis. This model also shows an epididymis, but it's not as defined as this. It's much more coiled looking, like this is here. Now, epididymis then leads into this long tube that now enters into the pelvic cavity, and this is the vas deferens or the ductus deferens. Then we're going to come to a gland. This here is the urinary bladder. So this gland behind it, behind the bladder that the vas deferens then is going to come next to, is the seminal vesicle. Now let's look at this model again. This is the urinary bladder. This and this that are cut off. These are the vas deferens. This is the seminal vesicle, as is this. They're on the posterior side of the bladder, and these are glands that help secrete contents for semen. So that's your seminal vesicle. Now, if I remove this, now we can see internally, here's the urinary bladder again. So now that seminal vesicle is going to secrete into this section here called the ejaculatory duct. The prostate gland is here. This actually is surrounding the urethra of the coming off of the bladder. So the prostate surrounds it, and the ejaculatory duct is within there as well. Now below that is going to be, let's show over here. Here's the prostate, only one side of it. There should be one on both sides, but that's prostate. Below it is these round little glands called bulbal urethra glands. They're bulb shaped, they're by the urethra here, so hence their bulbal urethra name. Now we can see how the urethra travels down here. Now we're external. This is all in the penis region. So this whole thing is the penis. Here's the urethra down the middle of it. And same with in this image. Here is the urethra traveling down through the penis. The tissue surrounding the urethra that's in red here is called cavernous spongiosum. And this outside layer here is called corpus cavernosum. This is corpus spongiosum, corpus cavernosum. On this model, the tissue right here on the internal portion that the urethra travels through is corpus spongiosum, and out here where it's more looks like little cells and cubes, that's the corpus cavernosum. Now towards the end of the penis is the head or the tip of it. This is the glans penis. Same with here, that's considered the glans penis. And this model is showing us how there is skin overlapping the glans penis. This is prepuce or foreskin, but we call it prepuce. That's what's cut away at a circumcision. But that is the covering on the outside of the glans penis. And then here is our opening of the external urethral orifice. That's the external urethral orifice. And that is the male reproductive system.